Hello everybody, this is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo. Today we're going to make a necklace using some components that I got from the Bargain Bead Box called Cloudburst. I don't remember what month it was. Probably April of 2023, that's what I'm thinking. Let's see if I can figure this out. I don't remember. Anyway, it's called Cloudburst, and there were a lot of really fun elements in there. And I've been just kind of letting this set until I came up with an idea. And today's the day that I'm going to put that idea together. So I went and looked it up. It was May. I was thinking April showers, so bring May flowers, but it was actually May. And let me just show you what I'm going to use. So I've got these crackle beads. They're actually a crackle agate, and they're 10 millimeter beads. They're matte. They're really, really pretty. And then we're going to use these rings here. They're not bead frames because they don't have any holes that I could see in them. They're just loops, and so I have some ideas on what I'm going to use. I'm going to use some chain, and then look at this quartz here. That'll be a nice pendant. And then I'm going to use some of these circles here. They are not jump rings. They are a solid circle. And I think I may use some of these. And of course I have a lobster claw that I'm going to use, and some of the jump rings I'll be using for the class that they sent. And I'm going to do some wiring, and I'm going to use this coconut colored wire from actually I got this from BB Craft. But anyway, let's get to creating. So I was thinking, of course, the pendant would go in the middle, and I just kind of laid these rings out here like so. And then I thought, well, we could put these here like this. Now I want to make sure I have two of these out because I want to make a pair of earrings, so I'm going to set those aside. And then put those here, these littler ones. I do want some little ones for there, a couple of them. All right, let me undo these agates here. And let's see, I'm thinking of putting them, I do want some agates over here, so let me go ahead and put those there. Maybe in between all these loops. I think I had just enough. In fact, my first idea, I was missing one. So I had to come up with another idea. All right. Now, I still have some left over, so I could probably use some more. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire all these together. So let me get started on that, and then I'll show you how to do that wiring when I do the last bead. So let me show you what I have going on here. I am actually wiring all this stuff together with just loops. This is going to be the end, and basically what I'm going to do, hopefully this will work out. I can take a jump ring, open it up, put it on there, and whoops. Well, that'll work. This will be the ring, the jump ring where I put the lobster claw like this. So anyway, I'm going to continue to do this, but I wanted to show you how I was doing it. So I've got my wire. I put my crackle bead on it. Okay. And then for the first side, I'm going to measure about, well, both sides, I'm going to measure about 2 inches. And that's where I'm going to start forming my loop. But before I actually wrap the loop up, you got to put your ring on there. You got to make sure you got the right ring. And then you're just going to wrap your wire. Now, if you wanted to do it neat, you could. I'm doing it messy. And you just wrap it until you run out of wire. And find a place to tuck in that wire. And feel around and make sure it's not scratchy. Then you feed your bead up, and I kind of push it. That way it pushes all this together in case it's separated out. And these are going to move on you a little bit while you're doing this. All right, so then I'm going to measure another 2 inches, and then I'll be cutting this. Start your loop. Before you wrap it, you got to add your other ring to it. And then you just start, let's see, sometimes it's kind of difficult to get it started. There we go. And you just wrap it around and around and around until you run out of wire. And then take that wire in. Be really careful you don't get your pliers right on your bead and crack that bead. Anyway, that's what we have here so far. So then the next thing is going to be the bead again and a smaller loop. I'm just going to continue that until I get in the center here, and then I'll be back to show you how I'm going to attach my pendant. So I have one side done, and I decided to go ahead and do the other side before I started in on the pendant. And I made a boo-boo, and I just want to show you what I did. I'm going to have to fix it. But you need to really be careful and pay attention to what you're doing. This should have continued on to here. That's one reason I went ahead and put the lobster claw on this side, so I wouldn't do that. But I'll be honest with you, I kind of got a little distracted. My granddaughter came in, and she's 3. And she loves my jewelry and my dolls. And anyway, I got a little distracted. And oh well, I need to fix that. So I'll be back when I get this all fixed and we can work on this pendant. All right, I have it all put together except for the pendant. I went ahead and put the clasp on because I wanted to measure to see what we have here. When I originally started this, I was thinking that I would do a long necklace, but obviously I'm not going to have enough, so that means I would have to add some chain. Which I do have chain, but I don't know if I want it to be a long necklace or not. So right now I have 16 inches. Let's put the chain aside and let's work on the pendant. Now, I do want to use these little discs. And I had thought about putting them throughout this part of the necklace, but I didn't have enough of them. So I've got to figure out what I'm going to do. These jump rings right here are slightly open and they're very, very thick. So I'm going to have to make sure, I don't know if you can see, they have a little opening there. I need to make sure those are completely closed. Now, if I were to maybe add some more jump rings on there, thicker one, or these circles on there, they're thicker, we would be safe. I still would want them a little more closed than that. So what are we going to do? So one option would be I could just hang, I take these two jump rings and hang them on there like that. But a couple of things, I don't think that's going to be long enough. Plus the fact I want some more bling there, or some more interest there. I want somehow to have these beads here. So I think I may just continue on with some links and use these guys here. So let me show you what I've done here. These jump rings are really, really tough. I had to work real hard to get them totally closed over here. But I just added 3 of those little flat beads, and then the agate, and then 3 more of those beads. And I've already wire wrapped one end. This is the one that's going to go over here. And then I've got to go ahead and wrap this one. And I'm making these loops a little bit bigger than the other loops. And hindsight, I kind of wish I would have made them bigger all the way up. They're fine, but just wish it would have been easier to work with. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. All right. Make sure I get this all wrapped nicely and messily. And then tuck that in. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and undo this. I need to open this up. Like I said, this jump ring is very, very tough. That in there, and then whoops, I'm going to close her up. I'm going to try to with my weak hands. All my carpal tunnel and everything else I have going on with my hands, sometimes stuff like this is not that easy for me. Well, I will get it. Make sure it is closed enough where this is not going to slip out of there. I'm going to try to close it a little bit tighter than that. All right, I'm not going to show you my face because I don't have any makeup on today, but this actually came out better than I thought it was going to as a short necklace. I was thinking I would need to add some chain to it for a longer necklace, but I actually really like it this length. Now, if you wanted to, you could add, let's see if I can get this off. You could add the chain and it could hang down like this, which is also a really nice look. Of course, not on this t-shirt. But with the right shirt, the right outfit, this would make a really nice piece. Do you like it short or would you rather it long? Personally, I like shorter necklaces. I think it's because I'm around a lot of small children, and I usually, them and I get tangled up in my long necklaces, so I don't wear them that often. So if you were to add the chain to it, you would just, like this one right here that came with Cloudburst Bargain Bead Box, you can actually open these links, and I would just put it on there, measure how much ever you want. And here, let's see what it would look like. I think that would look really nice too. It's just your preference. So let me know down in the description box below, do you like longer necklaces or shorter necklaces? Thanks for joining me, and y'all have a great day. This is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo signing out for now. Bye-bye.